¿Cuál es tu punto de vista con respecto a el nivel de los niños y la cantidad y su entusiasmo para jugar deporte?
Bueno, lo primero es que tienen mucho deseo de jugar cualquier deporte, o sea, de practicar cualquier deporte que les guste. Creo que en Tobago hay muchas personas que este lugar aquí en Point Fortin, creo que los niños pueden desarrollarse a través de todo lo que uno pueda enseñarles, ¿no? Voleibol, cricket, fútbol, que creo que el fútbol y el cricket es lo que más llevan, y las niñas el netball. Pero por mi parte creo que sí, que tienen muchos deseos de aprender cosas nuevas, y creo que el Ministerio de Deporte está haciendo todo lo posible por darle todas las posibilidades de desarrollo para el deporte en Trinidad y Tobago.
What she said is that in her perspective, the kids are very eager and very enthusiastic coming out here. And that, for example, it was the same thing in Tobago. And she said that there are a lot of people a lot of coaches on the ground here who come out every day and give classes to kids, and that the ministry is doing everything possible to facilitate the kids and so they can have a better sporting experience. Withstanding the soggy grounds also, the kids still came out. You see some in jeans, some in sneakers, but they just don't care. They just want to play and have a good experience. Yeah. Today we have volleyball, we have football, cricket is in the back there. We have basketball and netball, which is in the back there also. And athletics, of course, which is in the back too. Yeah. Este objetivo es para la identificación de talento, y si has visto algunos talentos.
Bueno, sí, estos programas que hace el Ministerio de Deportes es para identificar talentos para el desarrollo del deporte en Trinidad, y para que en un futuro no muy lejano puedan participar en competencias olímpicas, mundiales y eventos importantes. En el voleibol creo que tenemos una muchacha, no sé qué edad tiene exactamente, pero sus extremidades son buenas para el voleibol y para prácticas de otros deportes. Pero estos programas hay que seguirlos constantemente, y así podremos obtener mucho más resultados.
What she's saying is that, well, principally this activity is to do exactly that, to capture and identify talents. And she says that there are a couple of young ladies here who she says that they have really long extremities, like arms and legs, and these are parameters that are necessary for volleyball, and that what the ministry has to do jointly with the coaches here is keep doing programs like this for development, so that we could have a bigger base for future Olympics and international athletic tournaments. Well, we liaise with the coaches that are present, or that maybe they might be present but are here, and we leave back the equipment so that they can keep the work ongoing. And also with the specialist coaches in schools program, we could have the kids that are registered get special attention from the coaches that come down here from the ministry, so that they could develop.
Definitely, I'm very pleased with the turnout, because I conduct a program here for the Ministry of Sports in Cedros every Friday. And all these primary schools in the Ikaka Cedros zone participates in it.
Well, one of my roles is actually to do promotion inside of the sport caravan. So like, for example, I'll go into a community and try to do as much ground work as I can to get the children out on the Saturdays, on the Sundays, when we're having the sport caravans. Well, the students were very, very, very enthusiastic, you know, because the games that I use more physical education-based games, you know, so probably basic games that last 4 or 5 minutes, you know, just to have them hype about the program and that kind of thing like that. One of the things that the teachers inside of the school want to see is actually continuity, you know, meaning that after the program on the weekend, you know, what next? And I always tell them that the World Area program is about actually 4 things, which is equal opportunity, it's about continuity, it's about identifying talent and maximizing potential. Mr. Volzy, Mr. Jim Clark, Ms. Ruth Machan, they came up with the idea of having the World Area program as a continuity. But it is inside of the community, we have like 3-day training programs for children between the ages of 5 to 70. why it is we also employ persons inside the community to carry on the program. Have this to the weekend, but it's something that is going to be continuous throughout the year. Right? Identifying talent, meaning that if it is we see a young person who we see that they can excel, we're not just going to leave them inside of the community, but we're going to see if it is we can hook them up with probably one of the elite clubs in Trinidad, you know, so they can also excel. And the maximizing potential is actually that in a nutshell, where it is we want to bring out the best out of that athlete, you know, so they can go on to represent Trinidad and Tobago after.
Yes, I've seen a new talents here because, you know, he used from 5 years to 17 years and we're showing a little potential in the game. So I'm very interested in what I'm seeing here this morning. Yes, yeah, definitely. Because, you know, we can always take them to the higher level for more exposure because, you know, here in that rural area, and San Pamela bright city, so we can bring them here and they'll be all right, yeah. Yes, yeah. But developing youth from a tender age, so as they go older in sports, they will get more development to a higher level. Yeah.
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure having you all here to host such a program. I think it's the first one of this kind here in the area. And I think we have a good turnout today because one of our main concern down here is getting the youths outside to come out here. Yeah, well, we always had talent down here, you know, it's just getting it from one stage to the other. Over the years, you know, we in Cedros here had plenty talent and, you know, seen they go down the drain now. We didn't have the facilities and everything to go to the further level. Well, one programs like these, you know, if it could be a little more often and like providing coaches in the area now. Yeah, providing coaches for basketball, volleyball, you know. Volleyball and basketball is a died out sports down here now. We don't have players in volleyball and basketball. Yeah, well, I think they could do more to improve the level of the coaches down here because what we have down here is more like community-based coaches. You know, we need coaches at higher level.
To be a national footballer, to play for the country.
I play forward and I like to score goals.
Well, we had about 45 children, including girls, about 22 girls and the rest boys. And well, the turnout was good, but I was expecting to introduce the corkball, which is the hard ball, but I couldn't do it this morning. We are looking at some small ones coming out. Yeah, looking at about 4 or 5 of the boys and about 3 of the girls. Right, so the real thing is really to come back tomorrow and see what it is like because the weather gave us some problems. Well, the whole idea is to really come up at least once a month to try and continue the program, even in school, and see if we could get them to come out. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping so, but I think what happened is that we have too much other things going on. So they really have to concentrate on what they really want and put out that extra effort.